Hello folks, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. We'll look at trading ideas for next week. For that, let's go to Thinkorswim platform and we'll go to couple chart ideas. First of all, let's go to a chart here and look at waste management (WM). So waste management is one of very good stock of late. And if you look at waste management here, we got on a daily chart, we got the squeeze forming as you can see here, and we got green bar, a blue bar on top, so it's a bullish sign here. And both short term and the long term, waves are above zero, and DI plus is above DI minus, which is DI minus is the red line here, and ADX, which is a momentum indicator, is really showing upward momentum. Um, with DI plus on top, it's a bullish signal. And as we go to 2-day chart here, in the 2-day chart, we got a squeeze forming here, and the yellow bars are really trying to go towards the positive side here. And same story here, yellow bars are becoming shorter and shorter. Longer term, here it's a little bit bullish, so it's a good sign. We got a squeeze on the weekly chart also here, and both short-term and the long-term waves are on the positive side, which is a good sign. And again, we got a squeeze on the monthly chart, and as you can see, the bars are getting shorter, which is a positive sign, and longer-term wave is again positive. So overall, it's a good chart, very bullish here. And if you go to the bigger chart here, um, so we have earnings coming up in 23 days, as you can see, February 11th, and RSI is pretty steady at 52 or 51, something along those lines. And if you can see here, we have implied volatility is pretty much low. IV percentile is 8.3. It's good to initiate a call, maybe 70 delta call 3 months out, or even a call spread or a call back ratio. And as you can see, a DI plus is above DI minus, ADX is going up, and also we got on the balance volume, it's picking up, which is a positive sign, and Chaplin money flow is really moving up, which is a money is flowing into the stock, which is a good sign. Overall, it's a good stock to really trade before the earnings. And if you're not comfortable to keep it through the earnings, you can sell it off a day before earnings or on the earnings day. For the next idea, let's go to um, Clovis Oncology (CLVS). So Clovis Oncology, as you can see, it's on a downturn, whether it's 1 year, 3 year, 5 year type charts. But one thing to notice, it's a low dollar stock, which is just $5.05, as you can see, and we are the squeeze is forming here on a daily chart, and it's trying to be positive here, trying to get to the positive level. And if you look at today's chart, again squeeze is forming, and it's trying to go above the line here, be a little bit bullish. And also on the monthly chart, as you can see here, the yellow bar is becoming shorter and shorter, and here it's above the zero line. So overall, this stock is trying to become bullish as we go forward. So it's a good sign for a low dollar stock. And if you go to the longer, bigger chart here, Clovis Oncology, as you can see here, volume is pretty steady on the balance volume. Chaplin money flow is kind of trying to go up a little bit, but still at the lower side. So I would say this is a good one to look at. If you're not comfortable, you can pass it, but it may not be a bad idea to look at a 70 delta type call, which is very cheap, mainly because DI plus is becoming positive here, and DI minus is going low. So it's worth giving it a shot. So next one we'll look at Jack Henry and Associates, JKHY. So this is, again we got, squeeze on a daily chart, and we got a bullish positive sign here, and shorter term wave is above zero, longer term wave is trying to get above zero here, which is a good sign. And ADX, DI plus is above DI minus. ADX is trying to go up, which is a good sign. We also have a squeeze on a 2-day chart. Again, it's both shorter term and longer term are trying to come to the bullish side of the house above zero. And we got a weekly chart here. As you can see here, the yellow bars are becoming shorter, both in the both squeeze chart as well as short wave, and longer wave. It's again above zero, which is a positive sign. We also got a squeeze going on in a monthly chart, and here it's trying to get to the positive level, and the longer term wave is above zero. Again, a bullish sign. And now if you go to the chart here, longer term, bigger chart. So as you can see here, RSI is gaining strength here. DI plus is above, DI minus. Implied volatility IV percentile is 29, which is pretty low. And on balance volume is picking up. And chocolate money flow is really becoming positive here. Money is flowing into the stock. So earnings is 2-3 February 3rd. So this is again a good bullish play. You can do delta 70 call spread, or even a call back ratio spread. So for the third idea, let's go to green dot. It's the GDOT. So GDOT, we got a monthly squeeze, daily squeeze coming up on the daily chart here, and both shorter term wave and the longer term wave are positive. DI plus is really becoming bullish here, above DI minus. ADX is trying to ramp up here, which is a good sign. We also got a squeeze in the 2-day chart. Again, both short-term wave, longer-term wave are above zero. We got a squeeze in the weekly chart here, and shorter-term wave is trying to get to the positive here by drawing a yellow line here, and longer-term wave is above zero. And on a monthly chart, things are looking good here. We already are above zero here, which is a good sign. And now if you go to the bigger chart of GDOT here, um, on the balance, volume is picking up, and chocolate money flow is kind of okay in the medium level. So I think overall, it's a fintech stock. I think it's trying to go up as we speak. So good to initiate either a delta 70 call 3 months out, or a call spread, or even a call back ratio spread. Next idea is really American Waterworks. Let's go to the chart here. AWK. We got a squeeze forming in the daily chart, trying to get bullish here. Both short-term wave or long-term wave are above zero, and we got a squeeze in the 2-day chart, and the bars are trying to get yellow and becoming shorter. And the longer-term wave is positive above zero, and the weekly and the monthly chart are okay. Monthly is really bullish. As you can see here, everything is above zero. Weekly chart, it's trying to get above zero in the shorter wave. Longer wave is already above zero. Overall, it's a good one. Let's go to bigger chart here. So here, as you can see, on the balance volume here picking up, and money is also flowing into this. So overall, it's a good one, with the implied volatility low and earnings coming up on February 17th. We could initiate a $1.70 call spread, or even a back ratio call spread. The next idea is Abbott Laboratories, ABT. Let's go to squeeze chart here. So ABT, as you can see here, we got squeeze forming in the 1-day chart. Both the waves are above zero. Squeeze forming in the 2-day chart. Here, both the waves are above zero, and here short-term wave is trying to get to above zero, which is a good sign. and we got a squeeze in the weekly chart. Again, bullish here from a long-term wave. Short-term wave is trying to become bullish as we speak. And on the longer term, everything is above zero. It's a good sign. And if you go to a bigger chart here, on the balance, volume is pretty good, and chocolate money flow is picking up. Earnings coming up on 127 this month itself. So it's again a good candidate for a delta 70 call, 3 months out, call spread, or a call back ratio spread. So next idea is Home Depot, HD. Let's go to squeeze chart here, HD. So Home Depot is again a home furnishing, home improvement type story. We have a squeeze in the daily chart, and both C wave and A wave, short-term and long-term waves, are trying to get to positive above zero here. We got a squeeze coming up in the 2-day chart. Same story, trying to get to bullish on the shorter wave. Longer wave is again above zero. And when it comes to weekly chart, we got a squeeze here, and we got a yellow line, meaning it's trying to get bullish here. Longer term view is above zero. And on a monthly chart, we got everything's above zero. It's a bullish sign. Let's go to a bigger chart here. Earnings coming up to 2023. Implied volatility is very low at 9.4, and on the balance, volume is pretty much good, and chocolate money flow is also very good. So it's a good overall play for a 90-day out, 70 delta call spread, or a call back ratio spread. For the next idea, let's go to BMY, Bristol Myers. So Bristol Myers, we got a squeeze forming in 1-day, 2-day, and weekly chart. As you can see, everywhere the waves are above zero, and squeeze is forming. Even on the monthly one, even though there is no squeeze, all the waves are above zero, which is a bullish sign. Let's quickly go to bigger chart of BMY. Volume on the balance, volume is really picking up. It's a good sign. Chocolate money is flowing into this stock. Earnings on February 4th. IV is low. Same story. We can go ahead and buy a delta 70 call, 3 months out, call spread, or even a back ratio spread for this. Next idea is VMW. It's really VMware. It's a technology play. So the VMware had been, as you can see, trading on the sideways for a while. A little bit bullish trend here. But if you look at daily chart here, we got a squeeze forming and barely positive, trying to get above zero. And as you go to 2-day chart, again squeeze forming and barely positive here. And a weekly chart, again squeeze forming here. It's a little more, you can see it's on the positive side of the line. And we also have a squeeze forming on the monthly chart. The yellow bars are becoming shorter, so it's a positive sign. Longer term view is above zero, bullish sign. Let's go to a bigger chart here. As you can see, RSI, Relative Strength Index, is gaining strength here. Volatility is low, and DI plus is trying to go above DI minus, which is a good sign. We're catching it a little bit early, and volume on the balance, volume is really good. And chocolate money flow shows money is flowing into the stock. The implied volatility is really low. Earnings coming up in next 32 days. We can do same thing here. Initiate a delta 70 call, either a call spread or a call back ratio spread. With that, happy trading. These are the ideas for next week. Week starting January 11th. Thank you very much.